Man, I missed you guys. Been receiving a lot of messages from where I've been and what's been happening. I've been active on the other social media platforms, but just for the most part, taking some time off from YouTube. I just wanted to spend a lot more time with family, and it just was a much needed break. So, without further ado, I think in today's video, I want to do a trade recap. I want to break down a trade that I took. I took it on a live call with, I think there was about 300 or 400 people on the live call simultaneously. And yeah, I want to break it down so that you can learn from it. But before we do that, I want to really congratulate you for putting in the time. You've been hearing my voice, seeing my face every single day for the past 26 days. So massive round of applause for you. I never thought that it's going to have such a big impact, but some of you are really just, I'm speechless, man, with the results you're sending me and the results you're achieving. I'm speechless. And it brings me down to the fact that what you reap, you sow. And you haven't just been watching these videos. I mean, you don't need another bootcamp. You don't even need to see me every day. You don't need a bunch of lessons. You got the tools right there. Like, the tools are in front of you. It's how you utilize the tools, how you use it, that will really just separate you from the majority of traders who do not make money. And you've been doing it. I'm really, really proud of you, and you should be proud of you too. I hope your family is proud of you, your friends are proud of you. I mean, there's people making more figures than I do, so I really got to step up my game, and I do not regret it at all sharing this information, because I did not receive this information when I started out. It's a massive honor for me to share this information with you. Without further ado, let's get into the chart. So I took the trade on the 2nd of September. It was a gold buy position, 50 lots. You can see the opening, the entry price, the stop loss price. You can see that time that I closed, and you can also see the profit at 29K a day. I was aiming to have it at $30,000 a day, but yeah, I just closed a little bit prematurely. That's not a problem at all. I see the market did move up quite a bit since I closed out, but I always say this, I've been 10 years at this, and it doesn't matter how many times I do this, I still get like this heartwarming feeling when you're right, when all of your hard work pays off. I'll probably get it for the next 10 years, and it's easy for me to tell you, don't let your emotions get involved, do this, do that, but I'm not doing the same thing, you know, that's poor leadership. So I gotta be honest with you, it still gets me sometimes. Definitely still gets me sometimes. And needless to say, the feeling of receiving the reward versus the feeling of the sacrifice is not the same. But when you receive those rewards, it makes this time of sacrifice so damn worth it. So the trade that I took was fairly simple, and I think it ties in with a lot of questions that I've been getting. And it is, MC, if the market's in a constant uptrend, what do I do? Do I wait for the false break reversal? Do I wait for the red setup day? You can look at it that way, but then you're passively waiting for a setup, and that's good. That's not bad. But I also want to mention the fact that trade the setup that is in front of you. Don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. If you see a green setup day 7, that's still okay. Yes, the market can become somewhat overextended, but that's why we wait for some type of confluence. We wait for some type of entry model, something that tells us that now is the right time to actively trade. We don't just buy at the top and sell at the bottom, or sell at the top and buy at the bottom. We need a confirmation. Like I said before, the daily structure, the daily cycle, that's just our structure. That's just our language of the market. After that, you need a preemptive move, or a quote-unquote signal that signals to you that you're going to take the trade. And that's what happened yesterday. I think I still have my analysis over here. Yeah. So my analysis pretty much yesterday was we got the low of the day tested with the low of London session tested. Before we got that, I want to point out that we were in a very, very good uptrend. I mean, we had one green day, second green day, third, fourth. This was the fifth, I think sixth Yeah, there was a lot of green days, but there was no false break reversal or no red setup days. And that's completely fine. You just trade the setup that's in front of you. So I saw this green setup day. I saw the low of the day being tested. I saw the low of Asia session being broken, but it's not broken completely in my opinion. I think that's just a rejection for me. So I saw this London session forming. So by the time I saw that, I knew that the market was sort of like in a box. And by the time it was in a box, it can do one of two things. It can consolidate in that box or it can break out. Now, the fact that it did not strongly or aggressively break Asia session, that was an indication for me that we're kind of reverting back to the bullish side. And I know a lot of people want to catch the tops. They want to sell at the top. As a matter of fact, when I was in the live call, a lot of people said I should not buy there. They're selling. And I mean, they got proved wrong again. It's just time and time and time beats everything else in the market. I've seen this move happen before. We were at the low of the exhaustion area. So the exhaustion area was formed here. Then we had this exhaustion area being tested. We had the London high being broken, and that was an indication for me. It was a strong break as opposed to the break to a downside on Asia session. It was, I mean, pretty weak break. And then an exhaustion area. This was a stronger break and then an exhaustion area. I want to focus on the timing. That's exactly when in New York session opened. This happened a little bit after London session opened. Now, don't get confused. You have to look at all of these things, but just take it day by day. Okay, just take it day by day. Timing is very important. So the fact that this was not an exhaustion area test, but this was an exhaustion area test, was another giveaway for me. So now I'm looking at a break of London session high. We're back inside of Asia session. We created an exhaustion area and tested it, and we're on a green setup day from like 17 days back. That's just a joke, but it's a pretty steep uptrend. Now, my signal, I did not get my entry or my entry criteria on the 15-minute. In fact, I got it on my 30-minute. And this was a dead giveaway. I saw this rejection. This was a candlestick maturity situation. So the 15-minute closed down low with the 15-minute bullish candle closing up high, creating this sort of weaker candlestick. And then this higher wick right here. This higher wick right here with an sort of engulfing candle on the 30-minute. Now, that was not clearly my indication. I waited for the other 30-minute candle. You can see on my entry right here. I waited for the other 30-minute candle to form as well, and then I waited for that high to break. So people can argue it was a late entry. Entry was at 3506, so entry was around about here, 3506. The reason for that is I was waiting for a smaller stop loss. Now, this was a crazy risk-to-reward ratio move. I did post the trade breakdown in the free group down below if you want to see the proof that I'm not just cherry picking situations. This actually happened. So what happened was I waited for the flip, and then a lot of people would argue that your stops would go somewhere around about here, which is absolutely crazy. And then a lot of people would argue that it goes around here. I did not do that. What I did was I took the 50% and then my stops happen over there. So stop loss placement over there, and then take profit, I ended up exiting somewhere around about here. Now, terrible trade with regards to risk to reward ratio, but it did move. And I said it on the live call. I said this trade is still going to move. I just want to go spend time with my family. I mean, I knew it. I called it from the beginning and everything. I made my money, as you can see, 30K for the day. I just really, really wanted to go spend time with my kids, man. And there's nothing wrong with that. So I would not necessarily say I broke my rules. I called this trade, and I'm not boasting any or whatsoever with my ego. I'm just being clear and honest to you and indicating that I'm not a damn robot. I'm still a person. I'm still a human being. And at the end of the day, I let my longing in my heart for my kids not get the better of me because I had such a great time with them. But at the end of the day, I wanna implore you on keeping your why first. Like, making all this money is good and well, but if you lose your why, if you lose what's your starting point in the beginning, then it's not worth it. So yeah, a lot of people can argue I could have left the trade running, I did not do that because we were at all-time highs, so it was pretty much uncharted territory, and I think the exit point could be right here at the top if you look at my exit strategy scenarios. So this then would have resulted in a 1.5 risk to reward rate. This came after a massive move on Euro USD that occurred in the morning. So can you imagine catching a 5.5 and a 9 RR, so a cumulative of 14 risk to reward ratio in literally one day, turning off your computer and going and go live. You will not get that anywhere else. And that's all because we studied our structure, we studied our confirmations, we studied our baseline tests, and then we looked at our confluences, and then most of all, we focused on our psychology. So that brings me to another topic. If you're watching this right now and you're not yet at your breakthrough and you're not making it yet, I wanna motivate you by saying, catch up, bro. Catch up, because the herd is busy leaving, man. There's a lot of people doing amazing numbers. But if you're not there yet, that's also okay. Don't burn yourself out. Don't feel obligated to break certain rules just because you gotta make it. Your time will come as long as you just don't quit. I've never ever seen anybody in my life who quit be happy. If you don't quit, you're eventually going to make it. I've never seen anybody who did not quit not make it. Show me one person who truly gave it their all, they did not quit, and they still not are where they are yet. I mean, at the end of the day, fam, it's all about, and I constantly say this, it's all about how much time do you put in. But yeah, that's about it for the trade recap. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Put a lot of my heart and time into this because I want to help you. I want to help you break through. I want to help you learn something. So if you learn something, let me know in the comments down below exactly what you learned today. It's a constant learning process, man, but eventually it's going to click and you'll never look back. I love you guys. Peace out.